Guys, so one thing I can't stand, I actually hate it, is when small business owners get screwed over, especially when it comes to their hard-earned cash and in relation to their website. So what happened here is this business owner came to me last week, and this is their old website that they had built previously. And they were not happy with the design at all, and I don't blame them. The whole point of a website is to correctly represent your brand and to represent what you have to offer, essentially, to the public. So what these guys do is they do bespoke, custom hardwood furniture, and I mean they do some really good stuff. They've been in business for a long time, and they've got like 4,000 likes on Facebook, and so they are pretty well established. And I mean, unfortunately, they were screwed over, basically. So they paid the money, and this web designer in this case built the website based on what they think is a good looking website, not considering the brand, not considering what they sell and all that kind of stuff. And they went ahead, built the website, launched it, and said goodbye. Okay, so the problem with that is that, and the difference between how I do it and what this web designer did is that I consult with the customer, with my client, right? I with them throughout the process, and by the end result, they are we launch a website that they love, right? I don't just go ahead and build whatever and then say here we go and that's it, cheers, So I just want to show you the difference between the situation where you pay somebody, they build it and they go, versus consulting and guiding and working together, right? So if you look at this website, how does it feel? Right? Just what comes to mind. As a consumer, you land on this website. For me, the word that comes to mind is overwhelm with all this information here and a bit of confusion. There's no clarity. There's no branding at all. So, and also the stats are out there that a high amount of people judge your business based on what they see on your website. Okay. So this is not a good start, basically. So also, if you just scroll down, I'm not too sure why this massive picture is here. This is their work, but of course, there's a time and a place for these kinds of images, and it's not the place, right? And then also, there's important information that they wanted to share with their website visitor, with their potential customer. But it's just too much information. It's too much text. I mean, who's really going to stop and actually read the fine text here? It's just too much, right? So yeah, this is what they had. They weren't happy with it. So I've worked with them the last week, and this is the difference between just building a site versus actually consulting and working with a client to get the result they want. So I took all the information that's on here, exactly the same information, same images, everything, and I built this site for them, which they are over the moon about, simply because I've followed proper design principles, modern, up-to-date principles, but more importantly, I worked with my client. So I understood their business properly, understood what they were selling, understood their target audience. All these factors come into play when you build a website. Okay, that's why often I laugh, because I have certain clients or potential clients come to me and say, how much is it for a website? Just give me a price. Just give me a quote. It's not that simple. There's a lot more to it, right? So that's where the consulting comes in, right? So it's the same information, but how does it feel? How different does that feel for you as a consumer, right? This feels a lot more, it feels better. It should feel more of a wow factor, and it should feel more organized, easy navigation. Okay, I've taken all of these menu options here and I've condensed it into a much more organized manner. And I've clearly stated who they are, what they do, okay? And then all that information that you had saw down here quickly, to show you, all this overwhelming information I condensed into this here. This is basically telling me why. We are telling the customer why you should work with us, right? Custom design, the benefits of working with them, basically. And then this is easy access to the different areas, like different categories, like dining room sets they make, bedroom sets, etc. I want it to be as easy navigation as possible for the potential customer, right? That's the whole point. Then I've also got easy contact details, which I can just click and contact. And of course, this over here is that lots of text that you saw before. This is their process. So we get the most important information that the customer needs to know, because people look at your website and they make decisions in seconds. So you've got to get the important information to them as quickly and as attractively and as easy as possible, right? And then, of course, for credibility and trust, we've got this nifty little Facebook reviews. That's a live feed of the actual Facebook reviews, okay? And then the contact details. So this is the difference between a process where you just pay somebody and they go ahead and build it without consulting with you or discussing anything with you, right? And just launching the site and saying goodbye, versus the way I do it, which is where I consult with my clients and I get you to a point where before we even launch the website, before you even make final payment, you are beyond happy with your website, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to create a homepage tutorial. So basically it's a quick, short, it's a video where as a business owner, I want to educate you and to tell you what to look out for and what to avoid, and what you want on your homepage to be as effective as possible, right? So when you speak to a web designer, you know what to ask them, you know what to look out for, etc. Okay. Also, I just want to show you another client of mine. He came to me last year, and this was his previous website design. This is his trading name. Okay, he trades now as this is his business name. He trades as Gauteng Kitchens, and this is his previous website. So I don't know, it's not terrible, but okay. So anyway, this is what I created for him instead. I think this is a lot more attractive. Again, I stopped and I listened to him and I understood his market and his target audience and what they want. And this is definitely not going to suit that audience. And he again loves his website, and it talks to his target audience a lot more effectively. Basically, that's the point I'm trying to say here, which then increases the likelihood of your website visitor actually contacting you for a quote or whatever the case may be. Okay, so just look out for that mini tutorial I'm going to create just to help educate you a bit more on homepage design. Okay.